So, you have any introductory words?
It's good.
That's it? So you got something?
Yeah.
I got something to say.
I know. To the minute detail, the directors and the visual team really respected the game.
Oh, we're going to get into that. All I got to say, the first 30 minutes of this show, oh my gosh, they were heartbreaking.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Last of Us, we got to talk about it. Welcome back to Small Couch Reviews, y'all. It's your boy Sam.
It's your boy Jovi.
Yeah, we are back on one of our original couches, you know. Everything it's like a perfect storm. Everything just worked out, and we were both in the same location at the same time. And now we want to talk about The Last of Us, the HBO Max series based on a video game of the same name.
Yes.
Just saying that, I mean, if you've been to any of our panels, those don't always work out. Video game adaptations don't always work out. Yeah, but this one, it's a series, not a movie. Yeah. Like I said, it's based on the first Last of Us game. Came out in
the entire game at that too, which is going to be interesting.
Came out in 2013 from Naughty Dog, guys behind Crash Bandicoot, Uncharted, great games. The creator of that game, I believe his name is Neil Druckmann. Mm-hmm. He actually is like a co-creator of this. He works very closely with the director, and you can see.
Oh, well, you took the words. You can tell.
Yep. So in case you don't know, just quick synopsis. The Last of Us, it tells the story of a post-apocalyptic world where zombies roam free. Not your typical zombies. They got fast zombies, slow zombies, big explosive zombies, things called
zombies with no faces.
Yeah, that can hear you but can't see you. They're all over the place. Caused by some sort of pandemic or outbreak. Yeah. And the game is about this man named Joel and this girl named Ellie. Ellie is immune to the zombie virus for whatever reason, and it is Joel's task to basically take her from a quarantine zone to a research facility.
Across the country.
Yeah. And it quickly turns into a whole lot more than that because they run into a lot of trouble on the way. So that's basically like what the game is about, and the show is about that as well. So, I mean, and I should say, they're gonna have to be spoilers in this.
Yeah.
So watch.
The game is old.
It's like. But if you don't know anything, go watch it and then come back here. All right.
Yeah.
That is your warning. Okay. So I guess just to start off real quick. Video game adaptations, to me, have two really big problems. Mm-hmm. First, they can either be just a carbon copy, cut and paste, where it's to the point where there's just no, imagination or creativity.
Right.
So it's like, well, why am I... And that's not even just video games. It could be comic books. It's just like, well, why am I watching this? The original IP, whatever it is, was better. I'll just play that or watch that, right?
Yeah.
I mean, that's kind of how I feel with a lot of the Disney live-action remakes.
Oh my gosh, they're unnecessary.
But I mean, or they can take creative license, and then those creative licenses make a bad narrative, and the fandom hates you.
Yep. Or you could be like this.
Yeah, but that's why you have to find a mesh of both worlds. You have to be creative enough that it's unique enough that the fandom can appreciate what you're doing, but also I guess let me say it this way. Be creative enough to enrich people who already know it,
right?
But also, respect the lore so that your fandom doesn't hate you. Because I mean, I don't care if it could be ranch salad dressing, and if there's a fandom for it, they're going to find a reason to hate you.
I would definitely say when it comes to this one, as I'm watching it, I kind of paused it and I sent Aisha a message. I really wanted to watch it. Because she's not going to play the game. It's just not her style. But I was like, okay, you would like this kind of storytelling.
Oh, I definitely agree. The storytelling is...
And so I was like, yo, this is shot for shot the game, but they're taking very creative things to story build so that you feel for the characters that literally I already knew. I didn't know that it was going to be the end of, spoilers here. The first the first episode is like the first. How much of the game would you think that was?
Not a lot of it.
Yeah, it was like I was like I didn't expect, but I also didn't expect them to do that much, and I'm like, damn, there's a lot of game to fill and squeeze into a season.
Yeah, no, but you see, yeah, that's true. But the game is, I think you can finish the game in 13 hours. So I mean, a full one episode or one season of a show, hour-long episodes. I think they
could potentially do it. Yeah, but with this episode, we got a lot more background.
Yeah, and I wanna we gotta get to that.
And I feel like that was necessary.
Yeah, I was not expecting this. So that's what I'm saying. That's something it did that people who played the games came into it, and we got something we really appreciated. Mm-hmm. Like Joel, the main character. I mean, the game, again, spoiler alert, it basically just starts. Like you start. Joel has a daughter. Her name is Sarah, and she wakes up in the you wake up in the middle of the night as Sarah, and the world has just gone to hell. And Joel comes and gets you. And basically, I think the first maybe 10, 20 minutes of the game, you're trying to escape the mayhem. You don't know what's going on. And, tragedy strikes, his daughter dies, and then you jump into the present, I guess the future 20 years later.
Right.
Which in the game, I think that might have been the first maybe 10, 15 minutes of the game.
It really is. But it's a lot of cinematic and a lot of slow walking.
Yeah. But in this, we get a lot, we get to know Sarah, the daughter.
And that's what...
And that giant was that's the thing. It's as someone, you can know the plot points, but the way this show gets you there is what really, it's what really grabs me. You are drawn into, I'm drawn into this world like I was drawn into it when I was playing the game.
No, straight up.
It's beautiful writing, beautiful acting. Oh my gosh, every person did a fantastic job.
It really sucks that Sarah will not get to showcase her acting skills. She's British.
Yeah. But I don't know, maybe they'll give us more flashbacks of her.
Yeah.
So, I mean, spoiler alert, the first 30 minutes, we see their whole family dynamic, and then I think it's at the 30, 35 minute mark, the game basically starts with, it's nighttime, and the city has just gone down.
I got an aspect that I really like. You picked the main character to be Hispanic. Thank you for making his brother Hispanic and not making him some random guy.
Oh, Tommy? Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Tommy could have been a white guy, and then everybody would have been like, but what?
Yeah.
It's that's in a Hispanic family, and, his daughter is, and she kind of looks black, but we never know. We don't know how they're going to do that, too. But it's cool. I was like, all right, so everybody was so upset about casting, but it's now they made it make sense. It wasn't going to be well, he's Hispanic, but the rest of the family's white.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah, that's...
I actually hadn't heard that. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. But yeah, and something like Joey said, there are certain shots in this game, or certain shots in this movie. This show.
Shit.
Yeah.
It's a show.
I mean, the production values are so high.
It feels like a movie.
There are literal shots, if someone had just paused it, right? And I just saw this, I would be able to say, oh yeah, that's The Last of Us, right?
Oh my god.
I mean, there are certain, the way certain buildings are. There's a scene in a car, which is just amazing. It's amazing.
How they
amazing. Just how they've recreated it. It was actually better than the game, I should say.
There's a shot of the highway sign that I couldn't decipher which one was the game and which one was the show. Mm. That's how spot on the shot was.
Oh yeah, no, I get very, very.
I was like, how did y'all recreate?
Yeah, and I think that's the thing. We'll get to the actors and all that, but I don't know, the camera work, the set design, just the world is what really is the best part of The Last of Us on HBO Max, or HBO, I should say. It's the way they again. I don't know, the camera is it's the camera work is really well done. Mm-hmm. I think he's holding the camera because it shakes a lot.
Yeah.
Which I normally would hate, but it works in this case. And it's like you're there with them. It's you're literally right behind these characters.
It feels like a
as
video
things
game
are happening.
Cinematic.
Like I said, I mean, there's a scene when they're driving through just mayhem, and one of them turns around and then the camera spins with them, and you see a plane literally crash into the ground. It's incredible. It just is really good. And then, 20 years later, when they hit the quarantine zone,
I didn't believe they were going to be able to do this.
Yeah.
I was convinced that I wasn't going to like this.
I mean, yeah, they, like, video game adaptations haven't had a record, but...
Because it's so good. The Last of Us is legit in the top 25 best games ever.
Yeah, I can buy that. The first one.
I
played the first one multiple times. I can only play the second one twice because it kind of pissed me off. But
the first one is drawn out and unnecessary, some of the story. But that's not what we're talking about. Okay. But I didn't think they were. I had to cut you off and say that. I just didn't think. In just seeing this in the small details, and then I'll continue with the stuff that happens after when you say. Yeah. So we are 20 years later.
Yeah, man. And no, but just real quick, small details, like you said, there's certain lines that are mentioned that are straight from the game.
Yeah.
And it's that unique blend where if it was literally the script from the game, I feel like I would hate this. Yeah. But, when you sprinkle it in somehow and, there are just those things that people will remember, I think it works really well. And yeah, like, I mean, you even have the voice actress for the character Marlene.
Which, it's crazy.
She is the actual actress in the show.
I'm like, and how is, as an actor, how would you know, like, let me do this video game. They, one day, like, because it's like she embodies that character.
Yeah, I think it worked really well because, like, she looks just like her. I think they
aged. She aged enough too. Like, so when she first recorded, she wasn't as old as the character in the video game. But then she's aged, over time. She's still black on crack, y'all. She still looks great, but she looks like the character would be. Like, she looks like she's in her. 40s.
Yeah, she really works well. Yeah. And I mean, to your point, even Pedro Pascal, I mean, he's a good Joel. Ellie wasn't really in the episode that much, but from what she's from, fantastic job. I totally forgot she was British for a second.
Oh, yeah. Everybody that's British in this show, you're like, hold on, this is it. Y'all do some great American accents.
I know. They're young, too. Yeah. It's like, how'd y'all learn how to do that, man? It's crazy.
When she was cursing everybody out.
Yeah, man.
I was like, all right, I like this. I like her spunk because that's Ellie's character.
It's Ellie. So they capture, so again, I guess all encapsulating the world, the characters. It's the game, y'all. I don't know how else to say it. And it's really good. It's a really good story. This episode just leaves you craving more. Yeah. It was a fantastic pilot, and I can't wait to see what else is going on.
I'm upset we didn't get 2 episodes.
Well, I mean, but this one was like an hour and a half. Yeah.
I want it. And it's funny because I fell asleep. I'm trying to. I know some of y'all gonna be like, you still trying to watch this? I've been watching The Walking Dead again, randomly.
Okay.
Randomly. I'm on season 9, I think. And I keep falling asleep on it. And this is the reason I stopped watching it. Because it just got boring.
Yeah, exactly. That's a show that, it started off great.
Yeah.
But it got really bad. That turned into a very bad adaptation.
Yeah. And I've been watching that a lot. And then I woke up and I was like, oh, I forgot it came on. It was like 9:30. I ran upstairs and I put it on TV. And I'm watching and I'm like, yeah. Like every little, Joel's daughter has the t-shirt she had on in the game.
Yeah, man.
And I'm like, who made that shirt? Who went in the production team? Someone I was like, oh yeah, I got the shirt right here.
Yeah, man. I had to.
The littlest things, and I'm like just catching in yeah.
Yeah, man. I think it really works. And one other thing I want to say, I like how
the way it started. We didn't talk about.
I was just about to say that. That's what I was just about to say. This game or this show, there's care to make you. It's The Walking Dead, like you just said. You know how stuff just happens, and you can just accept it. Right. And we could have done that with this.
No.
But the show started basically explaining how this thing can happen. It's a show in the 60s, and the actor John Hannah from The Mummy and Spartacus, great actor, he basically played the scientist who says, one day a fungus could actually basically cause a widespread pandemic, and it could take over as a parasite, keep you alive
Yeah.
long enough to basically replace you. Like, and it's just terrifying the way he delivers this speech. And then, we jump to 2003, and it's happening.
Perfect.
Like, oh, yeah, and there's a show.
Because if you don't ever play the game,
Uh-huh.
if you never play this game, you never play the first, you never play the second, you never watch a video about this game, you are going to understand and be engulfed in this story. Because you're like, I know it's a pandemic. I know why they can't breathe the air.
Yeah.
I know why all the zombies look like what they look like.
Uh-huh.
And like, I understand this right away. I don't need any more information. We get that as we're playing the game.
Yeah, but
you got that right away, and it's like, again, if somebody didn't say, well, like you said, the opposite of what people do, well, we're just going to do the game.
Yeah.
They don't need, it's all about the game.
That's what we got. Yeah, exactly. Kind of like how Mortal Kombat was, right?
It's not, we have a background, and a regular person that loves HBO shows can sit down and watch this and be
exactly.
It's like, yeah.
So we both played the game,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
So me and you said Aisha is your wife. You didn't. Who did it? All three of us could watch this, and all of us would just take away something spectacular from it. Like, I mean, as game players, like the old woman when she first got infected, we never saw that in the game. Like, it was crazy. We literally saw the moment she inhaled the spores and changed.
Yep.
And like the dog is just staring at her, like, yo, something's wrong with you. And then moments later, she's eating a person's face. Like, that was, like, that's a great moment.
And then the camera, like you said, the camera pan and just went really fast past her into the kitchen. And it's like, yo, where's Grandma? Right. Because it was like, oh, are they going to change the story? If that was originally, I was like, yo, that was dope. Then I was like, please don't something happen now.
Right.
And they change it that much. They did change the interactions, because originally Joel busts into the house and says, let's go.
But she came out. Yeah, that's true.
I like that though, because we got to see more of her.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So much of Sarah, and I really hope we get more flashbacks with her. That would be great.
This is all over the place.
Yeah,
y'all,
I know.
You can clearly tell.
Yeah, we liked it. So we had a lot to say about this. All right, it was all over the place. We're gonna try to talk about these shows, or this show as it comes out. So come back here weekly for this. All right. Thank you for watching Last of Us on HBO. Do you love it? Do you hate it? Let us know. We want to hear about it right now. All right. Thank you so much for spending all this time with us, guys. And until next time, we out.
Deuces.